in 2024. Let's see what happens here, though, in this first game. We're going to go over to Demon Island to get us started.
Okay, and it looks like we're going to be having Jakey rocking Core. We're going to see a Toph there being that epic crossover. That was going to be an interesting one, right? We don't get to see Core get whipped out all too often, and you do have to fight Munir's axe. I mean, look at this, right? I mean, sure, the bull got, you know, some slaps on the wrist, but still extremely strong. Wait a second.
Hang on. Okay, let's take a second. Let's take a breather here, maybe. I was right there with you up until the side air came through and just completely swatted away that first stock. But yeah, I mean, Munir's aggression is just something that cannot be matched in most cases. But I think if Jakey can maintain momentum like this, we're looking pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I mean, the hammer looks good. Jakey almost gets a quick one right there as well. Goes for the gravity cancel. N-Sig almost slams Munir toward the depths. That's one of those SIGs in the game that can very easily rob you, but Munir swinging back here with that neutralite and trying to see if he can clear the edge guard. Oh my God.
No way. Okay.
Bro
was cooking something fierce. I don't know what was happening in the kitchen, but we're going to find out next stock.
No, this is the confidence that I love to see, though. I mean, holding the ground pound all the way to the depths. I mean, just trying to make any kind of play happen here. Against a player like Munir, he's someone else who kind of plays that way, right? So you're kind of giving him a taste of his own medicine.
That makes a lot of sense, too. I feel like for a matchup like this, especially, you know, we teed it up, the stats are really not in Jakey's favor, if we're being honest. If you are matching or exceeding Munir's aggression, it's like a flashbang, right? Like, it's so confusing for Munir, who's usually the player who gets to set the tone in a lot of these matches.
Yeah, one of the best ways to adapt against someone who has an aggressive playstyle is just to play more aggressive than them. And Jakey doing a great job going for all these reads. Had that down to connected would have been the stock and a commanding victory. The Nair's going to hurt. Munir's running to the other side of the stage, needs to get a weapon, manages to pick up that hammer, and now they're in the Ditto, but there's so much damage racked up on the Munir. One stomp, Sarah in the corner, and that will be game.
Yeah, he's super far behind right now. And Munir was going for super aggressive chase dodges. You saw it on the right side earlier as well. Let's see, swings that one up, waiting for Munir, but just the Sarah to pick this one up. First game going over to Jakey. I like what I'm seeing.
No, that was fantastic. Jakey came out guns blazing, wasted no time. Sometimes when you're going up against someone that you have a pretty bad record against, you kind of go into that game one being a little bit scared. You know, you're like, oh, let me see if I can feel it out, kind of remember what happened to me the last time, and then I'll try to adjust my game plan. Jakey just said, no, I'm just going to go right into this like I'm better than you.
You're going to adjust to me.
And that's the flashbang, all right. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, and we're seeing a couple of these replays. We're just running it right back to Demon Island for game 2. In truth, I really don't think Munir was all that activated in that first game. We didn't see a lot of extended strings coming out of Munir. It was a lot of him playing out of disadvantage, getting clipped out of the skies, and the edge guards from Jakey just seemed on point. So let's see if this continues for game number 2.
Yeah, and this is a battle of titans here. People always kind of look at, you know, Taros, oh my God, he hit so hard, but so does Core.
Yep.
Right? You can't really...
call out.
Wow, had he gotten that Sarah, that probably would have been the stock, but it was a pretty awkward angle that he landed the stomp at. Kind of hard to make that connection happen, but look at the way that Jakey's commandingly moving around Munir. Munir trying to swing back here with his hammer, gets the stomp Sarah, disarms Jakey, and Jakey has to recover low.
Oh, the setup. Coverage from Munir. Yeah, the stomp was surely going to close that one out. Somehow Jakey threaded the needle for just a moment longer, but Munir does get first strike, as we kind of expected the tempo to be, you know, in game number 1.
Yeah, these guys are going at it, wasting no time, not camping at all here. Jakey trying to stay as close as possible to Munir, trying to get that side light and set up for that recovery knockout, trying to chase him again. Munir manages to escape by, gets 2 anti-airs, and it's adding up.
And when Munir gets to shark in those positions, that's really where you're going to start to see a damage differential. If he can hang on to the stock, dodges out of the recovery from Jakey, so it's going to be one more reversal opportunity. We see all the offstage situation. Munir keeps it simple with the stomp. Offstage once again, misses that one. This is surely a reversal for a stock, and it is.
Okay, there we go. Stock count is now even. We're going to have Jakey opting to pick the hammer here into the unarmed from Munir. There's a spawn, and Munir is going to go ahead and pick up that axe, but not without taking a bit of damage, eating one Nair. But wow, this patient just stands still.
He gave Jakey a haircut with that side air. That was crazy.
It's sick bait, man.
Somehow did not get there. Yeah, Barber said, I got you, fam. Let me get this real quick. Munir, though, I think as soon as he puts Jakey into the sky, he's in such an advantage state. Again, like we talked about, Taros, the bull got the horns clipped a little bit, but not all that bad taking that second stock.
Oh, man. Final stock here for Jakey. kind of getting slowed down a bit here by Munir, but answering back. Good string, a chance for an edge guard. The dodge is taken and gets the ground pound right at that point. Once you see that dodge connect, it's all a matter of timing. He has to press the recovery button, and Jakey was ready, got the final blow, and secured the knockout.
Yeah,
Things are even yet
really
again.
like the angle cut off there. Just knowing he can just drift it back left, cut off every angle. There's nothing Munir can do. We're at 1 stock apiece. Really, really nice. Can Jakey extend this to game 2?
Oh my gosh.
What a step back. Okay.
Yeah, now showing a little bit of patience here. One-sider is all it takes, and beautiful timing on the dodge there from Jakey, understanding in that position that would have been certain death. But now, another shot here to bring things back.
This is an awkward position, though, especially on the leftmost side of the stage. Jakey evening up the damage threshold, actually disarms as well. Munir's in a really bad spot. He goes for the slide charge into the breakdance. That's insane, Munir. Anybody's game now.
Yeah, Jakey needs a weapon here. Doesn't want to make it too obvious. Gets the side light. Now has a hammer. It's 1 stop away from either victory. The end light in the corner is going to be enough. And Jakey is able to clutch out game number 2.
Wow. This is such a crazy turn. Again, I'm looking at the stats from official Brawlhalla events. 0-5 in matches. Munir favored. If we break that down to the game count, it's 4-15. Jakey just got half of his game count right now in this set. He's looking so good in this match.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the right time. Maybe autumn is the season where, you know, I'm not really into astrology, but, you know, maybe it's the moons are lined up
the
or
phase
something.
of the moon could matter for sure.
I don't know, man.
The phase
really
of the
locked
Munir.
in. And the phase
I
of the
hate
Munir.
myself. I hate myself so much. I'm going to go.
It's okay. I mean, that's why I'm here to lift you up, buddy.
Let's
I mean,
go
there's a moon in
back.
the background in Demon Island. That's
true.
what's doing it.
Game number 3. I mean, Munir looked like he was really controlling tempo for a majority of that game, and Jakey just brought it back with a couple solid strings. I still think the big thing on Munir's side is when he gets to play advantage state, he's so oppressive, and we really haven't seen all that much of it in these first 2 games.
Yeah, forced off of the
This is what I want,
Teros.
right? Like, give me that.
Now on the Tesca, which I think this is wild, right? Like, you're playing Tesca into Jakey. It's not Jakey playing Tesca into Munir.
Right.
What a force of legend swaps here because of Jakey's aggression. Like we see right there, that stomp right off the side of the stage, leading to the first stock. Munir is lost. He doesn't have an answer right now, Walt.
Yeah, he's got to pull up Google or ChatGPT or something, try to find some type of answers. Grok, I don't know. Whatever it might take from Munir, he needs an answer, and he needs it now. Tries to get the reversal off stage. It's not going to happen just yet. Jakey touches down.
Okay. Gets thrown down to the ground here. Great spacing from Munir, though. Backs up. Somehow that recovery didn't have enough oomph, but manages to find another one to secure the knockout. Not trailing behind by too much. Munir needing to win 3 back-to-back in order to stay alive this elimination side of bracket.
Oh, the weight from Jakey. I think he's starting to feel himself. But so is Munir with the offstage. Hangs on, goes for the ground pound, but gets interrupted on the way up.
Unfortunate spacing on the ground pound from Munir there. Almost had the stock, just couldn't line it up quite right. Got tagged by the unarmed recovery, and now Jakey with a chance to reverse things here. Has Munir in the corner. Will he get that stomp in the corner? Is the timing right? No, the end light again. That's how he got Munir the last time at the end of that last game. Tries to read a high recovery. Munir comes in low, and now he's swinging back with those legs, but is it enough?
Okay, keeping this one going here. Munir gets the side switch he was looking for, but stomps there. My beloved comes right on back. Jakey misses the weapon toss, gets the recovery with unarmed. Can't close that one out with the signature on gauntlets.
There's the weapon throw. The side here is going to force Jakey to the side.
What a chase dodge. That was crazy.
That was, yeah, perfect timing on the dodge. And then the ground pound, though, from Munir is going to go ahead and lock that one in. Trying to fight back and keep himself active in this bracket. Munir with a great start.
Offstage.
No
This
dodge
is a
on
weapon
Jakey.
advantage, too.
Oh, but he can't get it.
This is stomp air for Jakey, or pretty much anything that a hammer has to equip here. So yeah, it doesn't have to overcomplicate it. Jakey does get the weapon star for just a moment longer as we go to 1 stock apiece.
Man, that's 2 separate times now in this game where Munir has pretty much had the stock set up to be taken and hasn't been able to execute on the edge guard. Ooh, but Jakey almost turns things around. The weapon throw, we're going to be patient here. Munir's waiting for the spawn. Where is it? It hasn't come yet. There it is, but Jakey's right there. Doesn't stop Munir, though.
And it's fisticuffs on both sides. Let's see. Oh, my God. Getting the mix. Get out of my head, Charles, for just a moment.
They are punching each other to smithereens right now. Another neutral light from Munir. So much damage racked up on Jakey. 1 D-light recovery from Munir will be the game. Jakey forces him off stage. Munir fights back with a side air.
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah, and we saw the Nair mixes with the gauntlets. Both of them unequipped now. They're just doing it the old-fashioned way, but now Jakey has the weapon advantage, okay?
Goes off stage against Hammer. Crazy man, Munir.
Munir could be out at 7th, by the way. This is last stock.
How do you get that? A reverse downlight? Was it all a bait? He manages to turn around and get the recovery. Jakey wasn't expecting that one. What?
That is insane. This could be maybe the beginning of a turnaround for Munir, but like it was the slimmest of margins for Munir to be able to take that one. And again, this is elimination side. Munir could be out of the tournament. The player that just won the Royale could be out at 7th,
at
right?
7th. And I still can't believe it. Does the D-Light in the wrong direction? Maybe it had to be a bait. It had to be a bait, right? I had to be. I give it up. I give it up. When your back's against the wall, you start whipping out the crazy stuff.
Sometimes. And maybe it's a little bit of crazy that we need to kind of throw Jakey off balance, get this game back, maybe put Munir back into the conversation. It needs to be a reverse 3-0 on the side of Munir to close this one out and stay alive in this tournament. But it starts with 1.
Oh. And I mean, the Tesca did manage to do it, so I understand sticking with the pick. You know, wasn't feeling too confident in the Terros, at least in this head-to-head. But now Munir, I mean, the momentum is all in his favor, has yet to have been touched on this stock, and that could be it. Couldn't get that sidelight. If he did, that would have been a recovery and probably the stock with it. But now Jakey trying to turn things around. Munir being very precarious with that dodge. Gets yoinked by it. Is that enough? The grab pads enough. Yeah, didn't get to touch the recovery. Good stuff to Jakey. That was beautiful.
Well, I was just going to be like, I'm kind of with you on the Tesca pick because I think the boots did a really good job. But then Jakey just gets this crazy first stock once again. Munir already playing off the back foot, but got the boot on the feet, keeping this one up, gets the side switch with the signature, gets the KO as well. We're practically even.
Yeah, hits him with the booyaka, 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 and we are back. But man, so many opportunities for Munir to get these edge guards every single time. He's just not close enough. And then Jakey sometimes is getting these crazy reversals. And you got to think at some point, maybe you just stick to staying on stage. We're going to find out here, though, as now Jakey has the damage lead, despite how strong Munir came out to get. What a robbery of an NSIG. That's classic stuff, man. He's been doing that for like a decade at this point.
Oh, weapon toss high. We get the Nair to keep this one going, but neither player can really find an opening hit off stage. Munir with the gravity cancel. Tries to get the grab. How he finds it. Weapons are online, but Jakey, why'd you give it to him?
You're throwing.
He had the stock, and he's just going to potentially lose it. There's no weapon in hand. Jakey with the edge guard scoops that one. It's an easy pickup, and it should have been Munir's stock. You're 100% right.
Sorry, I had to look away from the screen for a second.
We're suffering out here.
I am in misery. Munir get the stocks when they are free.
Oh,
wait, hold on.
Oh, we see Munir coming up. Has to get the stock now. Once again, same position as game number 3. Munir's tournament life on the line off of a stock that he should have earned and had a full stock swing in his favor. Now he has to play it real clean. No disarm to happen from Jakey just yet, but does throw the weapon away. Had no resources left. We do go to last stock. It's going to be sweaty.
God, yeah, I'm sweating watching this. Munir, please lock in, brother. This isn't a matter of bias. I just cannot stand to see something like that. And then if that equates to you losing the set, I'm going to be like, bro, come on. You know you had that. But Jakey's looking extremely good here. So much closer to knocking Munir out of this bracket, sending him home at 7th after winning that Royale, as you mentioned earlier. Does Munir have the chops to bring this back, Walt?
I think the boots were really good in the previous game for Munir to rack up damage. Again, that advantage state from this player is so oppressive to play against. There's a whiff punish right there. Munir can only get a 2-piece with the boots online. Throws it away. He has no weapon.
Oh.
Why'd he do that?
You know, he's probably asking himself the same thing right now. Oh my God, Jakey almost got West Coast Customs exhibit.
Okay, whiff punish, unarmed. Good weapon spot. Oh my gosh, so careful. From both sides. Whip punish once again. He waited for the dodge. Munir didn't pull the trigger. This is anything from Jakey. It's not going to KO. That's crazy.
Munir gets one more shot here, and he's relying on his reactions here. He's trying to get a hit on the Jakey. Looking for the dodge that game.
That has to be it. Jakey closes it out, a 3-1. Munir slowly but surely clawed his way back after a pretty brutal error, but did not have the longevity left. Not enough gas in the tank, and he will be eliminated at 7th place.
Yeah, man, it's such a weird loss for Munir. I have to give my credit to Jakey. Fantastic play, beautiful reversals. But then there's also part of me where it's like, Munir, like, you had the plays, you had the setups, you had the situations.